So yes, corn gives you more, but grass gives you more frequency. So you might make up for it that way. I was watching someone the other week, possibly Farmer Klein, and he kind of threw away comment in one of his streams. I'm not even sure he was consciously talking about the subject, but he did suggest that when your geo has a lot of rain in it, you might want to consider getting a forage harvester so you can do a whole crop forage. So oh, it's raining, the wheat's wet. Well, get the forage harvester out, just turn it all into chaff and do it that way. Okay, we are back, and we probably need to jump to the Challenger already. Yep. So this will take 5 loads from the harvester, which is good. Squeak. So 30.0. Okay, gonna go down and check on the truck. Yeah, see, we're already down 2 bales left on the pack and 12 more to drop in. 4 12s are 48, so 48,000 litres. So we've still got what's on the back there, plus a full bio gas digester's worth of silage to drop in there. Okay, what else do we need to do today? Well, the sheep could do with cleaning up, but really doesn't matter. Male sheep are getting kind of heavy. It would be a good time to sell some, possibly. Although we've kind of already sold for this year. Prices, Dorset sheep. Peaks over here. Yeah, it's not a good time to sell them, but they are fattening up nicely. So next spring we'll sell all the males we currently have, and then but we'll get as much wool from them as possible before that happens. Yeah, I mean, but then again, grass has only 2 change states when it's growing, so you can only, if you're playing seasons, you'll get 3. You can get 3 stages of fertilizer, but there's nothing you can do about weeds chemically. You can turn the weeds off, you can use a weeder like I'm doing, but we have found that using a weeder works for the first harvest, but then for the second one, it just as soon as the second harvest happens, the weeds start growing at full height. So that's bad. Now I've got a theory, because obviously if you cut the grass in fall, you fertilise it immediately. That's 2 stages of grass fertilisation. Winter comes, the grass dies, so it resets to sort of a level 1 growth. So you now have 2 points in spring where you can add herbicide, add fertilizer. So you get your third stage of fertilization, and adding the herbicide means you will not get any weeds until you cut it. Then as soon as you cut it, the weeds will start to grow. The weeds should start to grow stage 1, which gives you the entirety of that second growth stage to just use a weeder. And the weeder I'm using is a small, 6 meter wide field harrow, which you just drive up to a patch of weeds, drop it, move half an inch, and then pick it back up again. Weeds gone. Then after that, if you start getting second stage weeds grow, I forget which side, it's the right side, so we're good. Yeah, if you start getting second stage weeds growing in fall, you're not going to get enough time to put herbicide on them. Putting fertilizer gives you a better bonus yield than herbicide gives you a negative, or removes the penalty for having weeds is not as severe as the bonus you get for fertilizing. But then at that point, it's fall. You harvest a really bad or a worse than ideal yield, and then who cares, it's winter, you're going to get another chance to do it all again. So we are up to 80%. This is actually a good sized cart for this. This will also mean when we come to sell, I've got the 2 big tractors with carts and the truck. Obviously, I think last year we sold our potatoes over at the store just over there somewhere. I don't know. It's on the other side of that hedge. Nope. It's on the other side of that hedge. It's behind those trees there in the corner. So, because of that, I couldn't get the big truck in there. Okay, oops, he's almost full and doing a turnaround. And this is why I couldn't use a follow me on this thing. Kind of need to keep clear of him. Oh, that was actually a smooth turn. That's good. And he is going to stop almost immediately. Yeah, there we go. So, we will put a tally on that one. That's the first load of sugar beets from the 30,000 litre truck. And I'll let him pull away. And I'll pull potatoes on the cab. Run this one back to the yard. Now this will be the first time I unload this. We'll see if it has as much of a delay as the Bailey does. Bailey's got a good few seconds between telling it to unload and it actually animating to unload.
I packed an extra outfit in the bag.
Okay.
I had to change it so everything else can fit, but nothing else doesn't fit. Because I think it would be weird if I took a suitcase there.
Okay.
Because that onesie takes up so much space.
Okay.
So I had to change it to a clear backpack and then... when she gets here, I just go in there and just grab it and I get my shoes on and get my coat on. Because I think she did say last week when she was here that we were going to take a walk.
Okay.
So I'm going to probably bring my big coat.
Okay.
And a hat and some gloves.
Okay.
So when we take a walk, we're able to, not get too cold. So I don't have to pack a towel because they have towels there.
Yeah.
Why do you get that?
Do you think there's anything else I need to pack?
I don't know.
Do you think I should pack my toothpaste?
No.
No?
Well, no. They should have toothpaste.
Okay.
Okay, that reacts a little bit quicker. Oh yes, it is harvest time. Not only is it harvest time, it's sugar beet harvest time. The most fun time you can have with a harvester. Oops. And that's handy.
Who is that?
That's me. But this year we're only doing the one field, so it's not 1 million litres of sugar beets.
Me talking to that.
Okay. What are you saying?
No cheese stick?
Amy,
Yeah, everybody else needs one too.
Okay. They only want cheese stick? No?
you always say no. If I'm not missing.
You're going to go and have a cheese stick?
Not yet, can we talk to this?
Oh, okay, you talk to that.
So, we are doing.
Out of the way.
Amy talking to you, Daddy, and here.
Okay. You're talking to the people on there too. You can say hello.
Why?
I don't know.
Hello.
What does it mean when that thingy says go to reset?
Just leave it.
Okay. No, Marky. So I can still get water out of there?
Yeah. And ADHD kid has got bored with saying hi to everybody, so we're back to just us. It's hot in here. This hill is very draining in spite of the almost 400 horsepower of this tractor. Okay, we're here. Probably need to jump to the class already. How are we actually doing? Yeah, 74% done. Yes, we have adopted child is going to visit her aunt later this afternoon. So she's getting all packed, and we have the 7-year-old and 3-year-old for the weekend like we usually do on alternate weekends. They didn't come over last weekend because Aunt came to visit, so we felt it wasn't a good plan to have them here at the same time because we're visiting with Aunt for the first time. Yeah, that's going to need cleaned.
You have
Oh, we could go and check on the trucks now.
Yes.
One bale
What?
left to unload.
The wolf phone.
I love you.
Oh, we're actually below
That
that.
must be
So,
wolf phone.
My phone's in the
okay, transporting position. That should be. Did I need to? I need to put it in transporting position first, and then operate. Oh, there we go. That worked. Yay! Yay! Lots of bales.
You have 5 people.
And there's the other one. Okay, so now we can dump those again in the back. If I figure out how to do that. Right, targeting position. Unload. Oops, left.
What?
And don't unload. Okay, so now they can do what they're doing. And oops. Oh, that's probably a good thing. Time to unload the truck again. Oh, and let's turn the help panel off. Yay. So yeah, so this week we started setting up a new fish tank. We have a 55-gallon freshwater tropical is what we're going for. It has almost 55 gallons in it, but then you've got the gravel at the bottom and a couple of rocks which are taking up some volume. It is currently cycling its nitrogen cycle. We put a bacterial starter in it to give it a boost. That is the water you will hear every week from now onwards. And our poor little, Cory catfish will finally be able to move into it. Maybe later today, depending on how the chemicals work out. And if not, then hopefully before Monday. Because he has been stuck in a fishbowl for almost a year since we moved. And that was only supposed to be a temporary thing. Yeah, that would be the little stream just off the side of the field there. Paddling brook. Dude, where you going? Hello? Sugar beets are over here.
What?
You need to go and put clothes on, dude. There we go. And so we bought some plants, we bought some rocks. And it's mostly filled up, or it's mostly done. The plants are all in place. And the rocks are in place. We need some more rocks. We probably need some more plants, but I wanted to gauge sort of, okay, if I buy this many rocks and this many plants, how full does it look? What extra do I need? I figure probably about 3 or 4 more rocks, maybe some bigger ones. And quite a few more plants, I think. Although plants are plants, they grow if we don't kill them. We're not very good with plants, but if they don't die, then they should grow quite well and will eventually fill the tank up as needed. I might need a couple of taller plants because the ones I have... Seriously? Weeds happen... That can't be right, surely. Weeds happen after you've topped the crop? That's bad. Because I can't put anything on them to kill them. They've just appeared there. And they're going to affect the harvest adversely. Although, yeah, it's one weed, so it's not going to be that bad. But yeah, so we'll flesh out the plants and the rocks, and then I need another... I'm figuring about 7 Cory cats to make our existing one feel not quite so lonely. That's a 4th. And then we'll probably look at some mid-level fishes and some top-level fishes. A school of each to go with the cats. But I like getting the cats first because they clean the bottom of the tank, so that's always a good thing. Plus we've got about 3 of the 100 snails that we had in our first tank still alive. That was we bought a snail, and within about 2 weeks it became 100 snails. So that was quite a surprise. Many of them died, but that's the way of snails. I think we still have about 3, so they'll transfer to the new tanks too, or the new tank. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I leave them on with seasons. They're not.
I don't like my hair.
Desperately bad. I mean, even I can take a look at our fields right now.
My hair is being mean to me.
Yeah, there are weeds, but they're not a huge problem. They're not like the entire field is covered in them. And there's far worse things that can happen to a crop with seasons, like failure to germinate and death from drought, I believe, or cold. And can't do anything about that, and that's 100% loss on yield when that happens. At least weeds is only 15-20% penalty for yield. And also, the other thing is with seasons is if you put herbicide on them, they die permanently until after you've harvested them. I'm just wondering about them on this field because I didn't harvest this field, I just topped it. And if that's triggered the growth of weeds, that's bad. But looking around at the rest of the field, I'm not having a problem. So it might be just me being very bad at applying 100% coverage of herbicide, and I missed 1 or 2 pieces. Oh, I need to go and get the that.
Here a donut. Here a donut.
You're a donut?
Here a donut.
And we go to the planes again.
What will happen if we turn this?
You don't turn that.
What will happen if you turn it though?
Nothing. Donuts are good, yeah. Sometimes I go shopping at 7 o'clock in the morning and get donuts for breakfast.
Oh. For what? I don't know, just kidding.
Leave it alone. Although there was one time I went shopping at 7 o'clock in the morning and they didn't have their donuts out yet, which was rather upsetting.
Now don't have donuts.
Okay, we're probably close to needing to empty that again. I like, the custard-filled donuts, and most of our local stores have their own bakery that they do donuts at. So that's usually where we go, because I'm going to the grocery store for something else most of the time. So we usually do a main shop once a week, and sometimes we either forget something or the main shop's on Thursday and I've run out of bread for Wednesday or something like that. So I'll go Wednesday morning and just pick up things that we're missing. Okay, how are we doing? We've got 80, 84.
You kids get this living room cleaned up.
28, so call it 87. We have already lifted 117,000 litres of sugar beets from this field, and we are really not that much done. And off he goes into the next field. Oh, it's just the grass field. It's not too bad. At least he isn't tromping all over the adjacent crop. That would be bad. And this is why you have the spaced narrows on tractors. So theoretically, the wheels are, or the gaps are driving on over the rows, so you're not killing stuff. Now, it's a worker. It's approximately placed. Okay, he started blinking his lights, so oops. I need to get this thing running again. Oh, I'm not a fan of peanut butter stuff. Peanut butter on toast I'm okay with, and it's something I grew up with as a child, but peanut butter candies, peanut butter cake, peanut butter pudding, peanut butter donuts, just not so much of a fan. I don't know why, but that's me. Okay, that's 18,000. So yes, we will be getting some potatoes. So I'm probably going to go with this. We've got the tractor ability, 6 metre wide. These are just 1.5 metres, 1.5 metres. Just way too small when it comes to planting, although that one does do herbal fertilizer at the same time. I'll go with the big one, 6 metres, yeah, go for it. But it does, I mean, this is 150 horsepower, and 3 metres, that's 170 and 6 metres, so why? I use that one. Probably need a weight on the front. It doesn't say you need a weight on the front, but you should probably have one. But yeah, we'll be harvesting probably using, I think this one does the side windrow. So you drive down, you drop it out the side, and when you're coming back the other way, you're dropping it on the same windrow. So it's kind of like the Kun merger.
Can't see it.
And then this comes along and just picks them up. It doesn't, 6,800 tank, so it's about the same size as the tank we've got here.
Potato.
But that's also something that's not going to be impacted by rain in the fall. You can harvest root crops when they're wet.
Okay, are you all packed? Yeah. Bring your bag in here. Okay. Let's see what's in it. Make sure you got everything.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay, that's up. Okay, take care, Taylor. Should still be here, at least for now. But then the decision on fields, I'm thinking we can expand into this area. It's just across the road from the sawmill. Probably a grass field there. You checked on that.
I
An extra pair of pants. I'm not taking it out before.
I have
Yeah,
my hairbrush in here, and I have this